Okay, folks. Hey, Evan, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming. Got a few things that were picked up for me and by me, and some other things. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to show you. I don't remember where I put everything. Okay. Oh, here it is. Hey, Game Pal. Okay, Game Pal. On your deal, I only got part of your address. I only got part of it, not all of it. So it's kind of hard to send stuff without some pertinent information. If you hold on till after the chat, I will talk to you more about it, okay? Because I tried to send it and they wouldn't let me. Hey, Cecilia, how you doing? I got some stuff that you might actually like, Cecilia. I picked up some of this stuff, and one thing that Ian picked up that he picked up for me, and I'll be showing you guys in a bit. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming. I am doing okay. I've been fighting a migraine all day, so I decided to do this. Maybe it might help. I don't know. It might make it worse. Still don't know. I will be taking some ibuprofen here in a bit, so bear with me here, folks. I do have my everyday Pepsi, which I'm going to have. So this is where the knives come in. This is not mine. Is this yours or Ian's or Jenny? Huh? Is this yours or Ian's?
That's Ian's.
That's Ian's? Okay. Okay. Now, please bear with me when I get partially medicated for this. I've been having this migraine all day. Just took ibuprofen. First thing I'm going to show you. Actually, I got several different types of what I'm going to show you, so bear with me. I've got like 3 different types. I picked up this one right here. That's one of them. Some Petroleum Wax. Yeah. So we got them in this kind. This one here is the Petroleum Wax. Hey Blake, how you doing, brother? Good going, Tristan. Really appreciate it. You're telling me about that. And this is the other stuff that, the 5 cakes of this. We don't have any canning jars yet, but I have some plans. It's going to be interesting, I hope. But the big one has this size. I was thinking maybe if we can't get any canning jars, I can make some good fire starters out of it. Use some of it for bowstrings, waxy bowstrings and some other stuff. I'll have to wait and see. So I just like the boxes. The boxes are really cool. It's like I think it was a couple bucks just for the wax. Okay, thank you, Cecilia. I really appreciate it. Picked up a new canvas bag, cloth bag. It was a jeweler's bag, I'm assuming. It says Joe Malone, London. Figured to make another bushcraft bag out of that. But the big thing is like, well, not so big. It's right there. I'll be showing that in a bit. Oh, yes, I know. They have them really inexpensive here. They did have a different selection of ball jars and some mason jars at the outlet store. But we didn't pick up any of those because, I mean, I do not know enough about canning, even with the reading I've done, to be confident that I would do it right without killing myself. Food poisoning is something I do not wish to ravage my family with. Right, love? She can't hear me. She's got her earbuds in. Cool. Way to go. Cool. Now, here's the find that's this is one of my favorite ones. This is one Ian got for me. Is this. And yes, it is in there. And there's, I'll show it to you. I think Evan might appreciate this because he's a fisherman. Yes, it's in there. It's about a 4.5 foot rod, Daiwa. And I think this is going to be my new backpacking rod. Even though it is right-handed, I'll make it work. Yes, I know you can teach me. But you're not just me you need to teach. You need to teach her too. But she's not listening right now. She's playing her game. Hey, Ron. Check this out, Ron. It's a Mini Cast 2, to be honest. I did some research. The reel is really tiny. There's the reel. And it does have string in it. I'm never seen anything like it, to be honest. It's got a little button in the back you push to let the line out. But I think it's going to make a really good backpacking setup for me. I mean, it's even smaller than my other one that I've been carrying with me, but this one might fit in my pack better. Okay, thank you. Oh, no. I'm not going to put this together now, but it's a pretty good size. Ian came away with, I don't know what to call it, but about a 5-foot Nerf gun rifle. I mean, this thing was like that big. I did get a book that helped me get into bushcrafting, but I'm not sure if you guys ever read it or not. Here, let me go get it. It's actually one of my favorite book series growing up as a kid. It's not the entire complete series, but it is the first 3 books. And it is the My Side of the Mountain first three trilogy. I'm not sure if any of you have read this book or these books. It's in pretty good condition. You got some halfway decent illustrations. But this thing, Basic Bushcraft 101, it's in there. Ooh. Sorry to hear that, Blake. Oh, I bet, Cecilia. This one here, I guess I will put it together just to show you guys. I won't put the reel on though, because there's, and the case actually is pretty interesting too. I mean, the case itself has a little, one of the parts. It comes in 4 pieces, about that big, and it has a little compartment right here. You can put your stuff in. There's no stuff in it. I mean, this is basically just the reel and the rod in the case. But there's no damage to the rod. The reel, I haven't tested the reel yet, but I'm going to. Give me a second here, trying to remember where everything goes. And it looks really nice. At least I think so anyway. No, like I said, no overall major damage or breakage or anything like that. About 4.5 feet tall, not including the handle. That's pretty much it. For my backpacking trips, I'm not sure what see. It says here. I'm trying to bear with me here. I'm trying to read it. Mini cast silver from Daiwa. A lot of the words have wore off. It's a really nice little setup there. I wish there was more writing on it or more, had some information about it, but it's comfortable to carry. Got good, a little stiff, but should work. Well, let's see if we can get anybody up here. Who knows? Let's see here. Well, I know Dow was pretty good brand. I don't, like I said, I haven't tested the reel out yet, so I don't know how well it's going to work. I guess this is the drag for me just playing with it. Like I said, it's small enough to fit my pack, which is smaller than my other one. But let's see, how far does it come? It comes to about my nose. When have everything together, more than enough to catch a trout or whatever fish is available. Nope, we haven't seen Jason in a while. He's probably been busy. No, I couldn't. like I said, I didn't find this one. Ian did. And the fact that he said I should have it is cool. I'm sure I could probably get a left-handed reel somewhere. I'm not sure if they make them for this model or not. I do know by looking at I went to the website. They do make a spin cast version, which would I'd rather use. I guess the only thing it would do would be changing out. Well, would be changing out this part here and putting a different reel on. But I was hoping this thing would be dual handed, but it isn't. I can make it work, especially when it comes. If you're going to feed yourself while you're on a trip. And that's the whole thing. The whole reel is right here. The whole rod's right here. Not a lot of weight either. It took me some finagling to figure out how to put the rod back in here because it goes in a certain way. So I'm learning as I go. Let's see, which way did I put this? I have no idea. I keep on taking it out, putting it back together. Oh, there we go. It goes in like that. It's a good way to keep your pole from getting snapped when you're on the trail. Possibly, but I would have to find one small enough to, because I wanted to fit in here. I've got plenty of spin cast reels. I like my open face reels. That's what I'm used to. These things hollow? No. Okay. I don't know much about it other than it was at the Goodwill Outlet Store. Ian found it.
Oh boy.
And it seemed to work. Oh, man. I don't remember how I put this thing in here. It took me about 10 minutes last night when I brought it home when I pulled it out there to take a look at it to get everything back in there and working properly. So I'm hoping I get this done right. Because there we go. I got it back in there. Let's see here. Let's see which way am I doing this. I'm trying to put the reel back in. Let me do this so you guys can see. I had it right once, and there we go. Nope, got some string out. Get back in there. I had probably going to have to replace the string because I don't know how old it is. Yeah. And it has a place, look, you can strap it down. Probably, I could probably strap it to the back side of my backpack or something. That's cool. Hey, Daniel, thank you for coming. Okay, you want to see the reel again? Like I said, I don't know much about these things. I've never used one of these. I like open face reels just because of habit. It's what I also grew up with, other than Zipco reels. There's the reel. There's not a lot of writing on it because it's kind of wore out. It does say mini cast 2 right there. That's the drag. At least that's what there's writing around the top. It says MC2, and this is quality product of Daiwa, and it's got pound, yards, kilograms to meters. It runs 4 to 85 yards, 18 to 80 meters at 4 pounds. I think. I don't know. It could be something. Not sure. Well, thank you. I do my best. I was planning on doing some stuff, with the wax that I picked up too. I mean, since I do happen to have, give me a moment. I just had it. I misplaced. I just set it down. I have a tendency to misplace things. What did I do with it? Hun, what did I do with the candle mold? I just had it. I just literally just, huh?
Plus, it's on the coffee table.
Well, I literally I just had it on this little mini table just a few minutes ago. I was going to show people, and now I can't remember where it got put. Sorry, folks. I'm scatterbrained right now. My head is pounding. I'm doing the best I can. I miss talking to you, everybody. Oh, there it is. You got put down even further away. I was going to use. I still got to pick up some wicks, but I got one of these little taper candle deals. I don't know what kind of candles these are going to make. As the kind that drips the wax everywhere or burns up as it goes. I'm not sure. If someone does know, please let me know in the chat, please. Yeah, I do have a mold. I have used little toilet paper rolls to make bigger, thicker candles before out of spare wax that from other candles. But this is the first time I've actually purchasing wax in this, I guess, bulk. Because this, I mean, I literally got a ton of wax. And this one here, I mean, I know it's a little different brand, but that one looks so much different than from this one. I'm not sure if you guys can see the difference. This one here in my right hand, it's a little bit more translucent. I think this one's the Parawax. Yeah, it's the Parawax. Okay, the boxes that I have, the Parawax came in this box here. Parawax. It does not say. Oh wait, there's some information here on the end. For sealing or Huh. Okay, this is a little weird. I'm not. Okay, please bear the caution part, but I'm not sure how well you guys could read this, but for washing and ironing, What year is this thing? Oh, here comes Ron. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good, I guess. I got some
Besides your
good deals,
headache.
I think. I'm looking at your ceiling right now.
Yeah, no, I had to lay the thing down so I can punch on all the right numbers there to get it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that pair of wax that you have there, that's actually petroleum wax. That's just petroleum wax.
Okay.
It's good candle wax, but it does drip tremendously.
Okay. So this is the kind of you would probably try to collect the wax and reuse for another candle or something.
Well, what I use is I add it to whatever I've collected. I'll add the petroleum to it just to make it a little bit better wax out of it. Some waxes are hard,
Right.
and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, depending on what you're using it for.
Okay. I
have a whole assortment of candles here I made.
Okay, I've got some. Sorry, let me fix this
Yeah.
window a little bit here. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing as that. That's just a petroleum wax.
Yeah, it just says paracetyl. Actually, it says paraffin.
Yeah, paraffin is a petroleum product.
Oh, okay.
It's got other things in it to make it a little bit stiffer. Is all it does. I mean, petroleum wax is sealing wax.
Okay.
It's a little bit harder than candle wax is.
Okay. I was thinking actually taking some of like one of these and using them with the makeup pads, the cotton 100% cotton makeup pads, and making some more fire starters with it.
Yeah.
I figured this would be.
I also use that in wood scraps to make my own version of I can't think of the name of it. We talked about last week. Your version is you go out there and get it off of pine trees and stuff.
Right.
My version is I don't have that many pine trees, so I have to make my own.
We have pine trees here.
Yeah.
But here's the big one. So I just figured, I found a whole bunch of these. I figured, why not?
Yeah. Doesn't hurt to have an extra bit. You never know when you might have to have it for real. It does. It's not like it's going to fall apart.
Nope. That.
I must have a bunch of people starting up their computers around me. Let me walk outside. My screen's freezing up on me.
I hope you guys can read that. It's the Minicast 2 is what I got. Well, I don't know. 99 cents is what it says on the thing. I got it for the weight of the wax altogether.
Yeah.
Because we got it at the Goodwill Outlet Store. They pay by the pound. So
made a good buy.
Survival. You got to live in the city of New York. Or I am sorry. I didn't realize I was freezing up. Okay, then it's not on my end. Have you read any of these books, Ron? Ooh, wow. That's pretty cool. Cool illustrations. I found a single book of on the far side of the mountain. And then Jenny comes up and says, "Here, have this one." I was like, "Cool." Sorry, let me restart. Let me do something here. I'll be right back, Ron. Bear with me.
Okay.
You can stay on. You can stay here. I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and I'm back. Hopefully. Okay, if everybody could see me, if I'm not breaking up, please let me know. Say with a 1 in the chat. I'm not having any computer issues, are we, Liv?
It might be up in the air. I mean,
It's possible.
Yeah.
Last couple of
I
days
thought
we've been having a lot of rain, so.
Yeah, I thought I was breaking up, but if it was on your end, then I'm good right now.
You sound fine.
I know, but sometimes I get breakup on my side because I'm inside of a metal garage.
That's true. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Um,
I do want to show you something to help you with your candles.
Okay.
Okay. When you're making those small candles like you're making,
Right.
you want to look around and find you some candle holders.
Well, we have plenty of candle holders. I just they're out. We haven't unpacked them yet.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about the candle holders, and you can get them pretty easily at secondhand stores and stuff.
Oh, I'm good at finding stuff at secondhand stores.
Yeah, I also hit the yard sales too because people.
Yeah, me too.
Decide they don't have use for them.
I also like oil lamps. Usually using the ultra pure lamp oil, kind of the smokeless, odorless kind. That's what we prefer to use. The local True Value hardware store actually has some that I would like to get for the house that have wall sconces but also the lamp itself is removable. You can set it down and move it around.
Yeah.
But they're like $28 a piece, brand new. But because it's brand new and mostly made of metal, it'll last me a long time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did pick up one more thing because my skills in butchering deer is slim to none. So bear with me. I did pick up Deer Processing 101. So I can do rabbit, I can do squirrel, I can do quail and pheasant. And to that extent, I could probably do a turkey, but I've never done a deer. Even though I've been deer hunting.
Don't let it overwhelm you.
Oh, I know.
That's a big thing. I mean, if you could hang it and get it cooled off and get the hide off of it, let it hang, and then cut it up, you'll be able to do it real easy. Just make sure your knives are sharp and you got plenty of bags.
I've got a nice Schrade skinning knife, which I could use that, and I've got bigger knives for butchering. Yeah. I just haven't had a chance or an opportunity to actually do it or actually be with someone who's actually butchering at the time. They do, well, not this year, but in past outdoor expos that I've worked at with the Rendezvous, they've had a butchering class, which I have missed the last 2 years trying to get into that because of everything that's gone on. So, yeah. But I figured that's a good bit of information I need to know. And most people don't think about books like this as a survival item. I'm not sure if you think so, Ron, or not, but
I've got
That's
lots
something-
of books on.
yeah, books to keep you entertained when in any situation is
And
hard.
it doesn't require you to charge up your cell phone to read it either.
Exactly, and you could read it as often as you want.
Yeah. Take notes in them. Make your little scrapbook, notepad,
Right.
and have the ones that you're particularly interested in quick at hand, and you can get by any situation that comes across you.
Yep. There's some stuff in here that
A lot of mine have little pieces of those little flags in there, so different things. And when I look
Good
at
idea.
it, they've got all kinds of feathers off the top of it, you know, and I can
Right.
go to it and thumb through it better, quicker. It's all
Yeah.
technique.
Look what I found. Okay. Actually, Jenny picked up something. I'm not sure where it went to, but it has something to do with. Oh, there it is. It's probably in the same bin that the wax came from.
Never hurts to have a little pastry cloth.
Yep. I don't know anything about it. She does. I don't. But I think it's brand new in the bag. See, it was originally $4.99. We got it for the weight value. Next to nothing. But I got something you might be interested in. Ron, I picked this up at a Goodwill or somewhere. I can't remember where exactly. But I did some research, and it's a British military. It's a knife, fork, and spoon set.
Yeah.
It's a little different than the ones I've seen in the past, though.
It's an English version of a hobo tool.
Pretty much.
Yeah. He added a few things for comfort.
Oh, I'm sure. And it locks in to be able to use it like that. The thing that got my attention, which one was it? Where was it? There was one more. Was it that one? Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, it was on the can opener. Give me a second here. I've always had issues trying to get this thing open because it slides and my fingers aren't working right now. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Got a little wrench on there.
Yeah.
But the can opener itself has a name on it. And let's see if you can guys see that.
I can't quite make it out.
It says Fury, and it says 44481. And it looks like a pretty decent little can opener. It's stainless steel.
Yeah.
As you can see right there. Sorry for the reflections from the camera. I don't know how well it's going to open up cans or anything like that.
Well, that's a different kind of what we normally have on ours, so you'll probably have to practice with a couple can bottoms.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the German can opener that it looks like two big fingers on it. And those are kind of a thing to master too.
Hey Grace, thank you for coming. I don't know anything about the thing, Grace. It's just something that got found. But here's a locking knife blade. Fairly decent size.
Yeah.
Little wobbly. I wouldn't use it for anything other than maybe cutting, vegetables with. But that's the whole thing. But it is a locking blade, which something I picked up. That was a while back.
Well, it can always become a good trade tool.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I did find something for her that is reminiscent of something I gave away in one of my past giveaways. I'm not sure if you've go back and look through my videos or anything or my live streams or anything like that, Ron, but I picked up something called Eagle Creek travel gear. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it.
I've heard of it.
They're fairly pricey from what I gather. And basically most of their gear is could be one thing, but it also could be a backpack.
Yeah.
The last one I had was really full size backpack, really comfortable. I mean, the only thing it didn't have was a hydration port for putting in a hydration bladder or even a pocket for water bottles. But it was big enough to carry all your stuff. But when you pulled it all up, it looked like a suitcase.
Yeah.
But it had really nice hip straps and everything. But this is, let me go get it. Okay, it may look black, by the way, because of the lighting, so bear with me. But Eagle Creek,
yeah,
travel gear, and I have it opened up set up for backpack right now. But it also is one of those wheel pulley thingies. I was going to set this up for a get home bag for my wife. So that way she could either carry it on her back or she can just pull it along. But it'll have just enough stuff she can get home if something happened. Yeah. So a change of clothes, extra medication, basics. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on what's going on in chat.
Yeah, those candles. If you go, do you have a Hobby Lobby near you?
Oh yeah, I've seen the big things of wax they have.
Well,
there,
yeah, but what you can do is you can go in there and you can get scents for it. I've got one of them I like is it's a coffee smell.
They make coffee.
It makes my candles smell like coffee.
Coffee scented candles.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh, got a thumbs up from Jenny.
Yeah, it's called Country Lane Candle and Soap Fragrance.
So you can make it into soap, coffee flavored.
Yeah, it can be added to soap.
Oh
but
man!
It also can be added to candle for the fragrance.
That
so,
is
if
really
you want to smell
cool.
like coffee, you can make it in your soap. But it I think it was like $4.99 for this little bottle, and I use it in this thing here. I'm going to turn my camera around and show you this little doodad I've got.
Okay.
My workbench is a mess, but here's that little thing I've got.
Okay, a little scentsy thing. Okay.
Yeah, I put a candle lid in there and put a little wax in it. And when I want to turn it on, I've turned on and it smells like coffee because I put coffee flavor in it. I got another sitting here that has peppermint in it. I use that cool. Just to deter vermin out of my garage.
Pardon me. Okay. Now, the coffee thing reminds me of something when I was stationed in Germany. I used to go down the German walkplots, and they'd have German coffee shops open, and you can smell the Brochen being baked and fresh coffee. You can pretty much get a coffee fix just by breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm not sure if you've been to Germany, but it was just amazing.
No, but my experience was a stop and go for refueling, and that was it. I never got to go into any of the towns. I stayed on the airport.
I was stationed at Spangdahlem Air Base for about 2 years. This is back when Germany was East and West Germany still.
Yeah.
Before the unification and the wall came down. I actually I have an uncle, actually my godfather, to be honest, who lives in Rottendorf, at least last time I knew he did. And I got to experience a real German Christmas. Interesting. Especially since my uncle and myself were one of the few English speaking people in the whole house.
I have a friend that lives over there. He works over at the hospital there in Ramstein.
Been there.
He was
I was
injured.
actually supposed not
He
too far
ended
from there.
Well, I had a friend of mine that was over there in the Middle East here recently, and it's been about 10 years, I guess now, but he got messed up and he ended up becoming a liaison in there for wounded soldiers, and then he ended up retiring out of the military from his wounds and stuff, and then he ended up keeping his job as a liaison, and that's what he does.
My uncle was an accountant in the Air Force, married a local and stayed after he got out. But Grace was also stationed in Germany in the Air Force, and she and I stayed in a lot of the same places. Except she got to go to Hawaii. I didn't get to go to Hawaii. So
I only refueled in Hawaii. I never got to play on the beaches.
I got to go to England once for a half an hour refuel, which is really funny though. A few years later, after that refuel job, my wife was posted at the same post.
Yeah.
In England. So she and I are both veterans. And yes, Grace, the smell of the German bakeries in the morning with their Brochen and their coffee. Brochen is just a big German roll. And a cup of coffee, it's all you need.
Yeah, it's nothing like PT in the middle of a kimchi fermentation month in Korea, though.
Ooh!
All you smell is Korean kimchi in the air.
Is that good or bad? I don't really. I mean, it
like chokes you to death. Oh gosh!
Isn't kimchi pretty much like sauerkraut?
Right. Yeah, it's a Korean version of sauerkraut.
Yeah.
And they put it right out there on their right outside the door, and they ferment it there in the yard. They got their pots out there, big earthen made clay pots, and they put it in there and they ferment it. But the whole daggone town there around Tongachong, I mean, it just reeked. You couldn't get away from it.
Oh man!
And whenever the wind blew, man, it came over the post and it would just inundate the entire post. You couldn't even smell fresh eggs. It was just nasty kimchi.
Oh yeah, I bet. It's making my eyes water just thinking about it. I'm not a.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's one of the few things.
I like a little sauerkraut now and then, but these people ate the stuff as a daily part of their menu. I mean, good grief.
It's there. That's
of course when your water. Yeah, when the water is bad, I guess you take anything and eat it if it's going to help you get through the diarrhea.
Yeah. Grace said, Grace said her husband was German and he's a naturalized citizen now, which is cool. Good on him. And wrong one. This one. She was on a bus in Korea. The smell of the kitchen sweat was terrible.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I hated getting on buses.
Now, growing up, I always thought my family was German. Turns out we're not.
Yeah.
On my dad's side, we're English. Surprisingly enough. On my mom's side, Irish. That's the side I follow. But I also was going to say, I'm not sure you saw this bag, but it's a London jeweler's bag. I figured to make a really good bushcraft pouch for your tinder and what have you. What do you think?
Yeah,
it's light, sort of like cheesecloth, a little light, not heavy duty like some of this stuff I've used in the past.
It's probably one of the linens. They don't like to put a lot of stuff in there that's abrasive. They use the linen a lot for jeweler bags.
Oh,
they use a real soft linen a lot of the times just to keep from scratching anything.
Okay, Grace said that was supposed to be kimchi sweat. the smell comes out of your pores.
Same thing.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, same.
Still nasty. No offense to the Koreans here, but
Hey, it's
we
their
didn't grow
thing.
up in that.
It's
Kind
okay.
of like being
Actually-
a mechanic and smelling grease all the time, and you think, man, can't you wash your hands? I did, but the grease.
No, you could get
continues
my
to stick to your
uncle
skin.
was a mechanic for the bus system in southern Iowa, and he'd come home smelling like axle grease and whatever, and he could take 3 showers and still smell the same way.
I was the same way with the pig farm. I worked over here at the pig farm. I mean, everybody
All that
asked
methane.
me what I was rolling around. It sticks. It gets into your skin, and you don't smell it after 20 minutes. Your brain decides to just cancel out that smell, so you don't smell it no more.
Right.
And you're in it all the time. You come out, you take a bath, you wash yourself, and they always had a lot of heavy fragrance soap, I had a friend of mine told me it smelled like somebody crapped on a magnolia bush.
They used a lot of lilac soap growing up, and that's the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
This, like I said, this is the fishing pole I was telling you about. You saw.
Yeah.
I looked these up. These are like $50 a piece, so it's not a bad little deal. I just wish the reel was left-handed, but I'll have to make it work.
Actually, you can get spinning reels and spin cast reels that convert over. I've got a few of them.
Yeah.
And they do make them. They're out there. You just have to hunt for them because they're not and some places will have them just because people will buy a reel and then they get home and they say, "Oh, I need to put it on this side," and they look at their instructions and it shows them how to turn. Just take the handle, it screws out, you stick it over the other, you pull it off the button, stick it on the other
that's
side,
what most
and
of
you
mine
screw
are.
the handle in.
Yeah, that's what I normally use.
I've got a bunch of spinning reels like that too.
My normal pack reel setup that I use is a telescopic fishing rod from Shakespeare, and I got from Bass Pro. Works great. This is just smaller, easier to
That's
pack.
a real small one. Yeah.
And the fact is, it's got strap points on the back of the case here, and here that I can run my straps through. I'm not sure if I have any of the straps right here.
Yeah, but you might be better off to sticking that plastic thing inside your pack because plastic breaks when you're running through the bushes.
Very true. Well, this also fit in my pack better than my other rod because it's all compact. They do
I'll have to show you mine one time. I had to make a case for it out of a aluminum tube that fly rods came in. I cut it down and made it. I couldn't find anything to cap it with, so I took a daggone pill bottle, cut it down so it would match up with everything, and then I epoxied the thing on there with JB weld, and now I got a turn top on the top of it. Yeah, it holds everything in there, and it hasn't fell apart in a few years, so I'm still good. It's easy to fix too if I have to fix it.
Yeah, I've got to make a case for my my takedown longbow. I'm not sure if you've seen the videos of me showing that off. Have you ever heard of Survival Archery Systems?
No.
On YouTube, there's a guy who did a video about him, and this is a really I'll go get it just to show you. It's one of my favorite new toys, as my wife calls it. I started carrying around a a Allen wrench set in my backpack because of this one. Gravity, wet it down there. Okay. This is anodized aluminum riser with fiberglass limbs. Are you helping, Mac? Here's the riser. And it is set up. Oh, didn't go far. I went the wrong direction. Let's see, that's with the bolster right here. Is where you can set up for
stabilizer.
Like, yeah, you can either use a stabilizer
or a bow reel on it.
Yeah, bow fishing reel. That's the reason why I got it.
Yeah.
So this is left-handed.
That's a nice little setup.
And it's got I shoot off the shelf. And like I said, this is the reason why I got my Allen wrench set, because I can take this with me in case I can do that. It also has a setup for you can add a sights if you wanted to on the side here, or maybe even
Quiver.
What Johnny uses, a whisker biscuit, perhaps, if you're into that.
Well, you on that one there, you're also set up there on the side so you can put a bow quiver on it too.
Yeah, I'm more of a back quiver kind of guy. Just what I'm used to. But if I had to, I guess it could. But it's
if you're carrying aluminum arrows, you want to.
Huh? What was that?
If you're carrying aluminum arrows, you want to use a quiver.
If you fall down,
you'll permanently bend them.
Right. Actually, I was given 3 aluminum arrows from a friend of mine, and I will probably never use them because I'm a fan of cedar. Always have been, always will be. But I did win 6 carbon arrows from the Iowa Deer Classic this year. And I had them 4-fletched. And a lot of the people who were looking at me goes, "Why the heck do you want 4-fletch?" Yeah, I like them because they stabilize really quickly. They're a lot more accurate.
I used to shoot those exclusively 4-fletch. And if you put a nice twist on them, or if you leave them out straight, I mean, it shoots like a rifle after that, man.
Oh yeah. And since I have such high-powered bows that I use, this is a 55. Not so heavy. This is like mid-range for me. But I usually use a 74-pound longbow. And those things hit, like you said, like a rifle. And
there's a place for every one of them. Whether you're shooting cedar, you're shooting aluminum, or you're shooting carbon fiber, there's always a reason for having certain ones in your arsenal.
Yeah. And the reason I got this one is that I can take it apart, put it in my truck. I won't have to worry about the weather getting to it. It'll be ready 24/7.
Yep.
And it has
I picked up something the other day that I found at one of the stores here, and I haven't tried it out yet, but it's a fishing arrow.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a fiberglass shafted arrow, and I put a piece of cable in it just in case it breaks. Right. And it's all set up, ready to go. I just got to go out here and shoot something with it, see how it works. But it's got a high carbon 4-sided tip on it.
Okay.
And it's hollow ground, so that thing is going to penetrate like crazy.
What do they think we're going to hit? Titanium fish?
I don't know, but if I bounce it off of a rock, it'll probably still be good.
Probably bounce it off a turtle shell.
Nah, hell, we don't have turtles out here. It's too cold for turtles here.
Remember, I'm from Iowa. We have everything here.
I
Except
know.
bears. We don't
I
have
was
bears.
from Indiana and North Carolina and places, and we had tons and tons of big snapping turtles.
Oh yeah, big ones. They're tasty, little gamey.
Oh, yeah.
They taste like fish a little bit, but they're good.
Well, people ask me what turtles taste like because they heard they taste like 8 different things. I said, no, just tastes like turtle. Chicken tastes like turtle. Beef tastes like turtle. Well, they say there's 7 different kinds of flavor in it: pork, turtle.
It depends on what
chicken.
the turtle is eating.
Yeah, I just barbecued the crap out of it, and it all tasted the same.
Pretty much. The only thing I can't find is arrows that would go with this bow that will handle the heat or cold, because that's the biggest thing in Iowa, because we have such extreme heat to extreme cold.
Yeah.
So the bow would hold up fine. The string could hold up fine with proper waxing, like anything else. But the arrows with the fletching, that's the hard part. They don't like the heat that much.
You have to literally inspect your equipment every now and then to make sure your arrows are still together.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
fleshings come off or the knot comes off.
I mean, cedar arrows don't like the heat any more than anything else. I mean, they could warp if it's hot enough. I know, like you said, aluminum arrows, you just look at them wrong. They dent.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how they became popular at all, but and the carbon ones, still the jury's still out on those.
The carbon ones, you can still break them. They can still get smashed. Aluminum arrows, if they're stored in something like a tube,
right?
You know, take 4 or 5 of them and stick them in a 2-inch piece of PVC tube and drop it behind your truck seat. They'll be good for a long time. You just have to pull them out every now and then, make sure the glue is still holding on them.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, you know, if you protect it, it's good. Cedars, again, you know, moisture, heat, stuff like that affects them a lot. But
the thing is, they're a lot more durable compared to the other two when you actually hit something, because they flex and retain their shape better than even carbons.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always liked them. But I found out that I'm going to have to go up a size in my arrows to meet the right spine weight for my 74-pound longbow. I have to go up to a 23/64 size shaft, diameter shaft. I've never shot those. I've only done 11/64. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that turns out.
Yeah. The thing is, you just got to go and see what they do.
Right. So, I mean,
that's all you can do. I mean, I shot tournaments and you know, I've seen guys having all kinds of out there in the middle of nowhere things on their bows, shooting from their bows, handling their bows and stuff. It's like, good grief, I'd need a truckload of stuff if I had to keep up with these guys in products and stuff.
They become more machine than bow.
Yeah.
Right.
I just use it because I just use a compound because it gets there quicker. That's all I'm worried about. Get there quicker, more accurate than a lot of the other things, you know, and it's just a matter of practicing with them all the time. I mean, a slow bow, I started out with a 45-pound whitetail 2. And that thing would literally glide over the obstacles that these guys were trying to shoot through.
Right.
So how did you hit that? I said, well, mine's just slow enough. I have to arc it in there. I was getting over those obstacles, and they just couldn't figure out how I was able to hit the targets.
Right. I did 3D shoots before, and I did really well. And I was going with this club. They were doing it. I just came in as a guest. And I actually threw the competition because I didn't want to win, even though I could have.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't my place.
Yeah.
And
it's your choice.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys went out there for blood. I mean, they were crazy competitive and trying to match their team members and everybody around them and stuff. I just showed up there to have a good time. hit
Oh.
what I wanted to hit.
Some of the targets they had they were shooting at, they said, "Oh, we got this really difficult shot set up where you had to shoot between two trees,
Yeah.
that far apart." To me, that's a mile. I'm used to shooting at trees like this.
Yeah.
When you got about a foot out there, I mean, that's easy to me.
But it all comes down to precision in your training.
Well, I don't know of how well I'm trained.
It's trying to close those gaps. And if this is acceptable, I want to shoot here. And you keep drilling the trees until you can make those shots consistently, and then everybody looks at you like you're the crazy man shooting, and they're sticking their arrows in the side of the tree or ricocheting off into nowhere.
Well, okay, I'm going to show you something I've practiced shooting through.
Yeah.
You practice shooting through that at a distance.
I shot through tires. I put it halfway between me and my target, and I would shoot through the tire.
Right.
Just because I wanted to have something that was the smallest thing I had.
Tournament wise, if you do tournament archery with the circle targets,
Yeah.
regular target archery, this is about the same diameter as the gold.
Yeah, the bow. Yeah.
And if you can practice hitting this one at 20, 30 yards, that's easy. Everything else is easy after that. Hey, well, thank you for coming.
It's also knowing how your arrows are going to fly at different given distance, because in some tournaments, especially 3D tournaments, all your targets are different ranges and half distances and stuff like that. Like they'll say, well, it's out there 25 yards, but in all actuality, it's 23 and a half. And if you're trying to be too precise, you'll miss them every time.
Right. One of the problems I had when I did the barebow tourney a couple years ago is that I've never practiced over 40, because when you're hunting, you don't go over 40 ever. But I did some medieval reenactments with the SCA, and they did something called clout shooting, where you're shooting at a pole at a distance.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those.
And
100 yards out.
Yeah. Well, I practiced doing that. I quarter-mile shots. I've practiced hitting a stick at quarter-mile away. But it just, it's tough when you haven't never done it before. The fact that I won that particular tournament, I think I just got lucky. Because it's something I don't need to shoot at 60 yards, especially with I was using a recurve bow, a takedown recurve bow for that one. 55 pounds. There's no reason in the world why I should be shooting 60 yards.
Yeah, exactly. Then you got a corn cob on there, you're going to burn that house down. You just have to hit the house to start a fire.
I've actually got specialized tips for stuff like that. I'm not sure. I have a medieval fire tip arrowheads.
Yeah.
So those are pretty cool. I have a friend of mine who sells them at the fairs that I work at. Well, my wife works at, actually. But I also got a lot of blacksmith friends who can make them for me too, which is really cool. But I don't know where that one. Sorry. Okay. I've been fighting a migraine all day, so bear with me.
I have those problems now and then myself.
I haven't had one in almost a year, and it just came out of the blue today. So
yeah,
I feel a little off. As we were talking,
was a month. My last one was a month ago for 3 days in a row.
I had ordered a bow fishing reel from Walmart, and it came in wrong. I sold this one to JV Outdoors.
Yeah.
You see the issue with this one?
Yeah, it's right-handed.
It's right-handed. I ordered a left-handed one. So I sold it to JV because I was going to send it back. He said, nope, I'll buy it off of you. So I sold it to him. For the price I pay for it.
You know what you got to do next time, don't you?
What's that?
Order a right-handed one so you'll get a left-handed one.
No, knowing my luck, I order a right-handed one. I get a right-handed one.
I'm just kidding with you. I mean, Walmart,
I ordered.
He'll never know. He'll never know.
Oh, wait. Sorry, Tristan's on. Sorry, Tristan. Sorry, I didn't catch you.
It's fine.
I just happened to catch you, look down and see you. After this chat is over and everything, I want to get your contact information, but I want to do it off the live. But there's a secondhand mode we can do. We can use. I can talk to you privately. Okay. So I got part of your address, but not all of it, because the YouTube kind of evaporated your stuff as soon as you put it up. So
I kept on putting it in your videos, and it wouldn't pop up. And I didn't know what was going on. So
I would see the notifications that you put it there, and as soon as I pop on it, it disappear.
Well,
so
I got it.
I'm trying to get you to email me. That way, I could go that direction.
Yeah, my email doesn't really work very good, so I don't know how to work it.
Oh, okay. Well, just if you ever get a chance to do a quick email to Kincaid67@gmail. That's my thing.
All right.
And it's spelled the same way as it is in here. Kincaid Outdoor. Like Kincaid Outdoors, or just go that way. But did you see some of the stuff we picked up? The fishing rod and everything else?
I seen a glimpse of the fishing rod, but then I went and got a shower.
This is the reel that came with it. This is Daiwa Minicast 2, as it says.
I ain't never seen one like that.
Matchbox.
It's tiny.
Yeah. It's like a Matchbox car.
It is. But the kit is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
See. And I didn't put the reel back in here, unfortunately. My boy found it and said, Dad, this is for you. He understands I like to go backpacking and everything else. And I normally carry, I got my other fishing reel I usually carry over here. I keep everything in within reach, generally.
Your name is Game Fowl Outdoors?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He actually did a really good video on cleaning quail, Ron.
Yeah.
No, this is what I usually carry.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Just a simple Shakespeare, nothing fancy, but it does go out to about a 6-foot rod. But it is, as you can see, I got it set up for left-handed. But this is what I normally carry. So it's going to be interesting to try to switch over to that type. But this one works for me. But I caught a lot of trout and other fish with that.
I got a reel kind of like that, but it doesn't go to 6 foot.
Well, that's a good one. What brand?
I don't know. It's Shakespeare.
Shakespeare? Yeah, it's a good brand.
Yeah, the ones I got are Berkeley's from long ago.
Oh, Berkeley's a really good brand. I just
This one's
I bought it a long time back. Well, the one that I told you I put in a tube, it has a removable butt on it, so you can use it as a fly rod.
Oh, really?
Really cool. That's one of the
I've heard about those.
It. Yeah, but this one is from the 70s. I bought it back in the 70s, and I've had it ever since. And of course, I don't take it out and hammer it. It's more of my backup for when I take off and go somewhere. I can throw it in the vehicle and with the rest of my crap and carry it.
Cecilia's got one just like mine, but she said mine looks better. I try to take care of my fishing gear, because if you don't take care of it, it won't last you.
Yeah.
And I bought cheaper gear than this one. This was like $20, $25 at Bass Pro. Though, I mean, I wish, if this would have had an open handle where I could put some gear in there, maybe. I thought that would be cool, but it isn't going to happen.
Most of my fishing rods and reels were from the
Did I lose?
35 to 40 years ago. And they still look like they're brand new because I keep them clean. I mean, change the line every few years. Go with that.
I'm planning on changing the line in this one, maybe to a braid, possibly. I don't know if that would work on this one or not.
Spider wire might work.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, lightweight enough, but still strong enough to do what I need. That way, if you hit something,
spider wire is so hard and so hard to break that it's even a small diameter. It'll last you for a long time, and you could probably get 12-pound test results out of the spider wire. It's just a good.
This thing, it holds up to 6-pound tests. So
that's monofilament. But spider wire is a completely different animal.
Well, I'm going to see what happens with it, So I have to learn how to do it right-handed. Bear with me.
You only need 100 yards on it.
Yeah. Not that I really need that one. I didn't realize yours looked like a toy, Cecilia. If you want to show it off, you are more than welcome to come up and show it what you got. I plan on setting up like my bow fishing stuff for. I got the seat in my backpack, which I carry with me everywhere, along with my arm guard and my shooting glove. I was planning on making a quiver or something out of this. I get these from work. I'm not sure maybe what you could use that for. Any ideas, Ron?
I can't see it. My screen froze up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to reset or something?
I don't know. It might be my side this time.
Okay. Well, okay, you stay there. I'll be right back. I'll reset mine again.
Okay.
See if that. Okay, and I'm back.
Yeah, my screen still froze up. I think my phone might be getting hot. Yeah, it's getting a little warmer. I may have to back out and go to chat here.
Okay. Well, I'll post the link again in case if you want to come back.
Okay.
That way, if you need to reset, you can do that.
All right.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Okay. Cecilia, mine is a Shakespeare. Here, I'll show you. Mine's from Bass Pro. Give me a second here. See if I can get the. Okay. Mine is Shakespeare Power Plus. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. Oh, it's upside down. Whee. Shakespeare graphite reinforced. And as you can look on the reel, it's a Shakespeare. It came up is one complete kit. I paid about $20 for it at the local Bass Pro. And I had used initially a collapsible rod I picked off of a Wish or Geek or something, and one of my other open face reels, but it was this freakingly long thing. And I found this one, and the fact that it's reversible, which made it easier for me to say yes to. It's got a good gear ratio, 5.5 to 1. And it tells you how much, 8-pound test, you put 100 yards on. 4-pound test, you can put 195 on there. I'm not sure what's on it at the moment, but it works because I haven't changed it since I got it. But it's lightweight, it's comfortable, and I could use it. I'm left-handed, so I just I'm good to go. Now the Daiwa is going to be a little bit learning curve for me. I mean, it's literally shorter overall than my whole setup on that one. But this one here is a 6-foot rod. Hey, Travis. Thank you for coming. Look what my boy picked up at a Goodwill Outlet Store. A Daiwa Spin Minicast 2. About a 4.5 foot rod. Little mini rod. It's pretty cool. Thank you for coming. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen yours. Other things we picked up was the backpack luggage, rolling luggage thing is for Jenny, so that's not going to be going anywhere except back and forth to where in the vehicle. The wax, which I have a lot of now. Still trying to figure out. We got to get the canning jars so we do the canning, but we got to have something to can. If we were to can something, hun, what would you want canned? It's great to see you too. Are you going to be you watching the kids or getting ready to do a tattoo? What is on your agenda tonight besides hanging out here, which would be awesome? And another thing that Jenny found that I like was the books, technically. The My Side of the Mountain trilogy. So if anybody's seen this book or read these books, let me know. I can talk about them. Really cool books. Oh, I got to put that invite back in the chat for Ron, who is having issues with his screen. All right. That's cool, Travis. Well, there's a link if you want to pop up. I can show you off some of the stuff that I've got here. You could show you some really cool stuff that Ian found recently. Yeah, we got some really cool stuff we're working on. That's really cool. We just got done getting our inventory done last week, so hopefully we'll get back down to 8-hour days instead of 9-hour days, but that remains to be seen. Ooh, are you okay? Travis woke up to a waterfall in his kitchen.
Oh.
The floor gave out upstairs. Was it a leak or was the tub on or what? And I hope no one was hurt when the ceiling came down. And I hope it's not going to be too expensive for you to repair and replace. Because if you want to come on up, you're more than welcome, brother. Always. Ooh. So was it a plumbing issue? Was it a water piping give out or something? That's true. Our landlords are going to be getting ready to fix our furnace Not that we have any issues with the heat right now. We're actually pretty comfortable. At least I think so. What do you think, love?
What?
You didn't hear a word I said.
What?
We're not having we have to get the furnace fixed, but we're not having issues with the heat.
No, it's the water.
What is he eating?
It's the boiler. He's chewing on one of my hair ties.
He shouldn't be chewing on anything. You should stop him, hon.
Hey.
Oh, not good. Well, if you want to come up and just hang out, chat, we can do that. You can tell us about how things are going with the river cleanup stuff or tattoos, anything. I understand. My heart goes out to you, brother. If you guys need any help, let's let us know, okay? Most likely, Cecilia. Okay, let me do a little quick search for you, Cecilia. I'm going to do something here. I'm not sure if they can carry it. Probably an off. Oh, Eagle Claw, maybe.
Oh, that in the way. Sorry.
Oh, check this out. Look what my boy got me. It's a takedown Daiwa fishing rod set. He found it at the Goodwill Outlet Store yesterday. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to use it for backpacking. Unfortunately, it is right-handed, but I can make do if I have to. You're my friend. You're my brother, and I love you. And cool. Well, I mean, it's smaller than the one I have been currently using by about 3 or 4 inches, but it's only a 4.5 foot rod compared to my 6 foot rod that I'm used to. So I'm not sure if you've seen this. This is another thing we found at a pallet sale / flea market on the side of the road, and it's from Mountain Designs. It's a backpacking pillow. Really super comfy. Really cool stuff. Today we picked, same day we also picked up a bunch of wax for both either canning or making candles. We're going to probably do both. Picked up a really nice book, little nostalgia reading, My Side of the Mountain. Well, I consider it a bushcraft book. At least I do anyway. For now, Travis, that can change. Really, Evan? Didn't know that. Well, maybe one of these days, Travis, you can come up with me and go backpacking with me up at Yellow River. It's not the biggest, not the tallest, but I consider it the most peaceful place to go backpacking. and really good trout fishing there too. But just to let you know, Travis, $25 at Goodwill, Bass Pro for this little setup. This is what I carried for years. And it works really good too. The telecost, I mean, you can take it off the reel and pack it away. Then you've got this thing you can pack away. Nothing like this, mind you. But I'm going to learn how to use it because I like the setup. That would be awesome. I don't plan on doing my major camping until next summer when I have my vacation time again, because I'm completely, utterly out due to the last time I was in the hospital. It burned up my last 3 or 4 days all at once. So I got to content myself with shooting when I can, thrifting when I can't help myself. But that's not me. That's Ian actually made his own money for the stuff that he got. Macus, attack us. Okay, he's attacking Jenny. Never fly fished either. I don't fly fish, Travis. I actually do it the old-fashioned way with a bobber and a worm. It's nothing illegal against it. It still works, and fish are tasty. We brought, with exception of this year, we've usually bring home a bunch of fish. Don't we, love? Love? Jenny. Your plate got knocked over.
I'll clean it up.
No, generally,
What?
with the exception of this year, generally we bring home fish from the backpacking trip.
Yeah.
This didn't get a chance. We didn't catch enough this year. Terracotta is a stuff they make pots out of, Grace. Hey, Rob. Check this out. Look what Ian got for me. I can get you to come up here. I could show it to you better, but it's kind of hard to explain it. The rods that I have are made. I'm not sure what this one's made out of because all the stuff is wore off. I mean, all the writing is just that. I think it's graphite. It's really light, but I like the color. The rod's pretty cool. So I have to wait and see how this thing works once I get a hook on there and get it in the water. It's a pretty good little setup. Get the reel out. Now I'm having thing out. There it goes. Oh, I had it in there. There's the reel that came with it. It's a Daiwa mini cast 2. It came in this kit. Oops, there goes the reel. It has a little compartment you can put stuff in right there. But lock in there already. Okay. That's not going to work. Okay, there it goes. Yep. It's about 4.5 feet long. I did some research on the Daiwa website for the same things. I mean, there's not, it's just, simple handle setup. The reel is right-handed, so I don't have to get used to, seeing it that way. If you guys want to come out, please do. That way I can talk to you easier. It's kind of hard to get things figured out here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out here it is. I think it's like 4-pound test and right now, but I'm going to use this for backpacking. So the only thing I do is got to set up the little compartment for the extra fishing gear and stuff like that. Oh, I did not know that, Rob. Okay, Travis, I'll be here. I only, the telescopic rod I have is just the basic, this one. That one, you put together, it's about 4.5 feet tall. Comes to about my nose when it's all put together. I don't know much more than, but I've done some research on what a mini cast 2 is. I did a little search, and that's what came up on the Daiwa website. Ian found this at the Goodwill Outlet Store. I'm sure you've probably been there. Good place to go. Wow. You're catching up to JV there, Evan. He's got everything but his own fishing reel line. No pun intended. Yeah, you lost a lot of your poles and stuff when you got your truck stolen. So, if anybody's interested in coming up, we can talk about fishing, we can talk about backpacking, we can talk about pretty much anything. I could show you some of the new stuff that I picked up, some old stuff that Ian picked up. You're a lot more of a fisherman than I am, Rob, because I tell everybody that, I'm terrible. I've got now 2 fishing poles. Well, technically 3, because one of them's Jenny's. She doesn't fish very much. But my tackle box has got a fishing pole, a takedown fishing pole in that, which is another kind. I'm not sure where my fishing. It's out in the truck. This is the one I kept in my backpack. I love the setup. I love the feel of this setup. A little loose, but that works. This one here, really pretty, but short. Nope, still no Pepsi sponsorship. Now, if they sponsored me as for a traditional archery thing, that'd be so awesome. But I'll take what I can get. My dad was the fisherman to me. Before he passed back in 99, he had 20, 30 rods, including a fly rod. I don't know if he used any of it, the fly rod, but I think he used it up in Alaska when he went salmon fishing up there. Okay, on that note, Cecilia, for an emergency kit, unless you're planning on fishing every day, you get a full-size tackle box. You don't need a giant big bag of gear. The basics, actually, I will show you the basics that I will plan on carrying, probably with that little kit right there. Oh, give me a moment. Yeah, I think this is it. This is my fire starting pouch, but I keep a simple fishing set in here: hooks, some split shots, and some snap swivels. All you need is string, and there you go. I also have some corks somewhere. Oh, let me see here. I think I've never seen them over here. I'm going to show these to Cecilia. And yeah, some simple corks I'm going to throw in there too for floats. Nothing fancy. I understand, Rob. Okay, well, Rob, if you can plan for it for this Thursday, I'd love to have you come up. We can show you show people what the Iowa boys are into. This is the basics for me right here. The kit actually had a little bit different hooks in there. You can buy them just like this with hooks, everything you need right here. Then all you need is this, and if you want to use that, you can use that, or you can just buy some really small bobbers or whatever you want to use. Even tie a stick to it if you want to go that route. So I'm going to be adding some things like from here into here. I don't know if this will fit in here. That's a good idea to find out, though. Will that fit? I don't know. Probably not. Nope. 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 Too big. but I'll figure something out. I'll put some stuff in this little container they have down here. Okay. Just make sure you don't give off your address for that, Rob. Hey, Travis, look what Ian found. Pretty cool. You have to make it all the way up to Iowa there, Travis. This one was actually at a roadside, either pallet sale flea market. Ian picked this up for $8. From I gather from Grace, there's a 1917 Bradley helmet. In fairly decent shape. The lining is gone, obviously, but it's something. Yep, apparently so. Ian's really good at finding deals. He found me the fishing rod, so. Which knitter are you talking about? There's Victoria, there's Cecilia, there's Jenny. 1918, sorry. My apologies, Grace. I got the date wrong. 1918. No, it's a style. I know. I forgot the M part. I know this was used for a lot of different things. I think Civil Engineering used this one. Oh no, Civil Defense used these for the longest time, I believe. But they were mostly blue, and there's no blue on this one. Yep, that's what I figured what you meant, Grace. Oh, wow. That's really cool, Rob. If you need help, let me know. Been there, done that, veteran. So. Hey, Evan.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh. Pretty good. I came out to the truck, so I don't know if you were still on the topic of fishing or not,
Oh, always.
but I picked this up a few days ago.
Okay. I've tried using one of those things and I end up getting it so tangled.
Yeah, it takes a while. It took me, I think, 2 months to learn how to use one, casting it in the backyard and whatnot. But this is my second one so far.
I found a Daiwa version of those. I'm not sure what brand that is because I can't see it.
This is an Abu Garcia.
I don't even know what that is. To be honest. I am the worst fisherman, brother. The worst.
This one's actually it's old, but it was still in the packaging.
Really?
I got it for like $30. Yeah, at a flea market.
Like new old stock type of stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So I can't even find the model online anymore, but it's a good little reel.
Well, Cornfed could probably tell you about him because he's a major fisherman. That's how we met, was fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was fishing at a lake when I lived over in Milo, Iowa, about 14 miles from my house. And this is during lockdown type situations where you're not even supposed to, if someone's camping, you can't visit them or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I snuck around the edge of the lake with my fishing pole.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people fishing. Most of the people I know nowadays are from fishing.
Well, you saw this kit.
Yeah, Daiwa. I've heard Daiwa is a really good brand. I haven't used anything from them, but
I've never really had one, like this until now. I've never even seen one until now. But Ian found it. He said, "Dad, this is yours. This is it." So not bad. Got paid for by the weight of the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure if they have them in your area or not. It's called a Goodwill Outlet Store.
I don't think so. No.
Basically, all the Goodwills in the area send their stuff that they don't sell to this one place, and you buy the stuff by the pound.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have a store a couple towns over that everything's the same price. It's like a Amazon Overstock kind of store.
Oh,
where it's just bins and bins, and it's all the same price. It's one price for every item in the whole store.
That's pretty cool. So, you ever find anything really cool there?
I found a few things. Yeah, nothing to do with fishing. I found some physical vests and stuff like that.
Oh, I found some fishing gear, some backpacking gear, a lot of backpacking stuff. But that's what I look for. Ian found a Nerf rifle I don't know, but probably had to be like 4 feet long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Those things are cost like $100 plus. He found it there.
That's pretty cool.
He paid for it by the weight of the rifle. So that's pretty cool.
Nerf guns don't really weigh a whole ton, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I have to look for something like that in my area.
I'm sure you probably have seen these before. Little kits with all the gear in them already.
Oh, yeah.
These are really good items to carry with you, no matter where you go. Because, you could use pretty much any string and, if you needed to, a couple corks.
This is a little kit I put together for my truck.
Yeah, that's what Cecilia needs to do for herself. Just a little kit is all you need, nothing fancy.
Yeah, so it's got some jig heads, some bass hooks, little knife, and some lures and stuff, weights, all the basics. Basically boils down to what I've had good luck with.
Okay, Travis, I'll see you. I'll talk to you later, brother. If you can make it up on Thursday, I'll look forward to seeing you there. He's got to go. He's got to see his landlord in the morning about the roof leaking in his kitchen.
That's never fun.
No. Now, I've seen some of the fish you caught. Beats the heck out of mine. As soon as I figure out where I put my phone, I'd show you the fish.
They're few and far between, but I can every once in a while I can get lucky.
My fish was this big.
Literally I 4 inches fish of those size. Yep.
And the thing is, the hook was bigger than the fish.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Yeah, I've caught little tiny fish on big catfish rigs and stuff.
Like, why or how? I
don't know.
My boy is a lot better fisherman than I ever will be. I know how to put a worm on a hook and toss it out and just wait.
Yeah.
That's my skill level.
I think mine boils down to I just get to go out a lot more than a lot of people. So I don't know if it's skill or just luck. But yeah.
Probably a little bit of both. I mean, you and
Yeah.
JV and Rob, which is corn-fed, I mean, you guys could get together and do some major fishing stuff. JB he gave me a bunch of fishing lures he did when he was here. And I tried to use them, and I am, to be honest, terrible. So I figured if I can combine my love of archery with, fishing, so go do some bow fishing, I might do better. But that's about all I can tell you. But then again, I can't really catch bass with a bow. It's kind of illegal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can see them, you can hit them, right?
Yep.
Well,
I couldn't hit them, but some people can.
I can shoot just a little bit. You've seen my videos, I'm sure.
Yeah. Much better archer than me.
A lot of practice. I'm also a lot older than you. Remember, I've been doing what I do since I was 8 years old, and I'm 54. So I've been shooting for a while.
Yeah, I started last year? No, well, earlier this year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you did when you got your 30-pounder.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a little like a 10-pound when I was young. When I was like 10, I had a little 10-pound, 20-pound, whatever it was. But I never.
Something is better than nothing.
Yeah, but I never really like actually learned how to shoot it. I'd just go in the backyard and pull it back and point it at stuff. And
how do you think I started? No one taught me.
Yep.
And I shot at 20 yards at one of these.
Pepsi.
And I was aiming for the little bullseye. This right here. That's all I did.
What?
I fill it up with sand and shoot at it. That's all I learned how to shoot. And then I found out I can do it on the rabbits. Well, the first rabbit I ever shot at, please forgive me for the graphic content on this one, folks. It went in one eye and out the other on the run.
That's a heck of a shot.
It was a heck of a shot. Surprised the heck out of me. But I took one shot, one kill. So there you go. And it wasn't a small one too. It was like not that big. So pretty good rabbit.
Yeah, I haven't done much hunting, but fishing I've done a lot of.
Well, fishing's easier to get into because everybody can find a fishing pole, but
yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it is a lot cheaper.
I just had to start buying a fishing license this year.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
Ian's right behind you. He's going to be doing that next year. And Tristan is the same age as Ian. That's game foul. I think he's from Georgia, I think. But he's going to be getting his license too. Are you getting, okay, I'm not sure if you're into hunting or not, but are you going to be getting your hunter safety card or whatever it is that you require for your state?
Yeah, I haven't pulled up on my laptop right now. I'm going to buy it once I get some money.
Well, you got to take the test, and then there you go. You got to get your license to be able to hunt right now anyway, since you're 16.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got to take the whole hunter safety course and everything. My uncle's a big hunter, and I took my brother out a few years ago. And
surprisingly enough, I took mine in high school. They offered it in class.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Different time.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, isn't it? They brought in, all that stuff. Yeah, they brought in some rifles, some shotguns, and some, bows. But I asked them if I could bring my own bow. They go, "What kind of bow you got?" I bring in a longbow. And my instructor, who was also the JB football coach, thought he knew more than I did. He was terrible. Technique was all wrong.
I don't do the actual school. I do the homeschool and stuff and online schooling. So I don't have to go to an actual building or anything. But
no,
there's pros and cons to that.
Well, you're lucky on that point. My boy is partially homeschooled, so he does school part time, at the high school. But no, he just goes a couple hours a day, then does the rest at home. So he understands what you're going through.
I did actual school the first couple of years and really didn't like it. And then we moved out here to the middle of nowhere where school's 20 minutes away.
And
So
it's not a
just
good
easy.
school generally either, is it?
Not really, no. I mean, it's a nice building, but not great.
The curriculum is not the best.
Yeah. People
I
there aren't
understand.
the best.
Yep, Ian went through that too. But Ian is, I mean, the kid can shoot, the kid can fish. I mean, the kid's got skills, but the only thing is he's shy as all get out. He doesn't like being the center of attention.
I'm so awkward.
Thing is, it's really interesting. I mean, when I ran my range at Renaissance fairs and stuff, he'd take his bow and go out on the range when no one was there, and he'd shoot for 3 or 4 hours, just for fun, because archery is fun. You can't beat, I mean, you can't say it's not. It is.
Yeah, it can be really frustrating when you're like me and you lose several arrows in the grass.
Oh, that is a given. You always expect to lose arrows, but there's ways to find them, several different ways, depending on what kind of arrows you use and your technique for finding them.
Yeah, I have carbon arrows.
Well, the tips are metal. You can pick up a metal detector fairly cheap.
I have 2 of them. Yeah, I have 2 of them. I have to be really big in metal detecting.
Ian's got one too. So he's, like I said, you guys are very similar, except you're a lot taller. Ian's he's only 5'4". He's not that tall. But
yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on. Man, bad about that. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Travis's situation. So, he'll definitely. Travis is going to be up on Thursday. Cool. He's a veteran. Oh, I lost him. Oh no, Evan, what happened? Well, if you can make it back up, Evan, awesome. I look forward to talking to you some more. I want to know more about what you're doing. Will, thank you for coming. I know you're in the background. Love you, brother. You're awesome. Travis, I can't wait to have you up. We can discuss pretty much anything you want. Rob, and here comes Evan back. Welcome back. You hit the wrong button, didn't you?
Yep, I hit the back button instinctively because I pulled up the chat.
I did the same thing. You do know if you turn your phone sideways, your chat will pop up on one side. I'm not sure if anybody waits for somebody to pop up here. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. It usually does for me. But now I can see you better. You need a little tripod stand to hold your phone while you're sitting there.
I have one. I just didn't get it. I ran out here real quick. It's actually raining right now.
Oh, man. It's been raining off and on for the last, oh, my God. Yesterday, it downpoured all day, which is like the most we've had in a long time. Hey, Mandy, thank you for coming. Wow. Hey, Evan. Oh, this is what Gamefowl says. So,
oh, hey.
Oh, there he is. See, look.
Oh yeah, hey. Sorry, I'm still trying to.
I'm not sure if you've seen Gamefowl's quail cleaning video.
I don't know. I've watched a couple of his videos, or I think it was
one
him.
of the later ones he just did.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one yet.
I hopefully didn't take it off because I mean, let me see here. Because I mean, he actually showed you how to clean a quail. So it was actually pretty interesting. I mean, I've done it myself growing up, but I haven't hunted quail in forever.
Yeah, the only animal I've processed is fish. A few different kinds.
Fish is, I treat all the fish the same way, unfortunately. Like catfish, I peel them. I gut them, leave the bones in, and done. Then you huh?
Yeah, we usually fillet them. Take the skin off like
how to fillet.
it takes a while to get used to. White bass and catfish are good fish to learn on because they have got so much meat. We've tried bluegill, and bluegill just aren't worth the time. They taste really good, but they're so small that they're.
Crappie, decent sized crappie, you can do it that way.
Mhm.
White bass, depending on what you mean by them, we have striped bass or white bass. I'm not familiar with what.
Yeah, white bass.
Striped bass, probably the same thing. Those things get really big.
Yeah, I think striped bass get a lot bigger.
Yeah, I usually find them in the river. Don't find them anywhere else.
I've never caught a striped bass. The lake I went to, they used to have a bunch of them, but they've been so fished out by people there.
Here in Iowa, they get big.
Mm-hmm. I've heard they've been really big, but I've never.
When I was growing up, my dad used to catch big ones, but not the big. Usually, he goes there. He went to the river and usually picked up flatheads and big catfish. He had one when I was a kid. I kid you not, the mouth was that wide.
Wow.
He had to be longer than my arms as wide.
Wow.
They cut him up into fish steaks, 1 inch thick.
Wow. You know it's a big fish when you can get a 1 inch big old fillet thing off of it.
They cut it up like steak.
Yeah. My biggest fish was, I think it was like a 13-pound channel cat. So not huge, but it was a good fish.
Mine was a 4.5-pound bass.
That's pretty good. My PB bass. Yeah, my PB bass is 5 or 6 pounds, I think. I got it when I was like 5 or 6.
I caught mine by accident.
Yep, exactly. Same here.
No, I was just learning how to use one of these reels. And the reel, messed it up. But I had already cast out. And as I was untangling and reeling in, my line goes, and just as I get things untangled, I reel it in. But
I caught a bass like that. Not that big, but when I was learning how to use my other bait caster when I first got it, it got a bird's nest in it. So I was trying to work that out. I go to hand line the line in, and there's a fish on the end of it. It was a nice sized bass.
Yeah. I ended up giving that bass away because to someone who would actually do something with it, because it was just, I didn't know what to do with it. Filleting is one thing. A skill. Someone's got to teach me in person. To try to read a book or watch a video, it's not the same thing. Seeing it firsthand. Same thing.
Me and my grandfather, we just watched a bunch of YouTube videos after we caught a bunch of fish, and we just went from there. Just take experience.
I've got a video on deer processing. I can process everything up into not this. I could probably do turkey because I've done pheasants and stuff, but
yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I have a question for you. Since you were homeschooled and everything, did your parents ever have you read this series by any chance?
Nah.
I think you would like it. About a kid from New Jersey or something like that who goes to the Catskills in New York, where his family owned property and lived on the property inside a giant tree.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. He learns to do everything old school way. He gets a pet hawk and use it for falconry type stuff. And he learns how to make acorn pancakes and all this.
I have tried making acorn flour because we have two.
I can't eat that stuff myself, but it looks delicious, but I can't have it.
Yeah.
But this one actually has a lot of good basic bushcraft information that you would get the gist of, but not actually. Because one of the things that he talks about, the first thing he tries when he's on his way to the property is making his own fish hook and catching a trout. He carved out a wooden fish hook.
Oh, wooden, like a fish gouge or an actual hook?
An actual hook, which he bound together and he made a little hook like that. Cool. I'm not sure what he used for his twine or whatever, but he did all that stuff. And he caught something. He just never knew how to clean it because he was never taught. He was like 11 when he did this, and he just took off for a year and lived on that property by himself. So it's like I said, My Side of the Mountains, good book.
Is it like a fiction or is it a nonfiction? Or?
It's a fiction, but it's a well-written fiction, and there's like a total of 6 books, I think. But the first 3 ones my wife found for me, and it's by where's the author? I can give you in case you want to find it for yourself. Oh, there's the author. And they got some really good illustrations. Like here's the property that it's actually pretty cool. It's
that reminds me of what Treasure Island, the illustration.
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure who did the illustrations. It was released by Dutton's Children's Book in New York. It came out originally in 1959. So, and it was reprinted in 88 and 2000. So you can tell it's a good book. Let's see. The main character's name is Sam. I'm sorry, I'm not going into a book review. It's one of my favorite books, but it gets really interesting in the series. Is that
I got the book Hatchet.
Hatchet is a good one too. It's really weird that he basically circles way back in and going back to where he was. Have you read all the series?
I haven't read the entire book. No, I read probably about 3/4 of it, and then my little brother tore it up.
There's multiple books. Books.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I knew the same author made a couple different books. Are they all part of the same story?
Yeah, but 2 or 3 books, I think.
Huh.
So, Hatchet, very good book. Also recommend. Yeah.
I'll have to look into.
Hey, Leela, how you doing?
All right. Well,
Mandy says hi.
Hello.
I'm gonna head back inside.
Okay, you and I are going to talk fishing. You come up on Thursday. We'll do some talking about fishing and your takedown fishing. If you have any takedown fishing gear or anything like packing fishing gear,
I've only got one little telescope and rod.
But, hey, it's something.
It is, yeah. It's a spin cast rod, I think. So I still need to get a reel.
But the thing is, we could also talk about that kind of setup for like backpacking or even an emergency use for in your car.
Yeah, I'll have to show you my new backpack, new/used backpack at some point.
New to you.
Yeah, new to me.
That works. I will see you on Thursday, brother.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, glad to hear it, Leah. So how is Australia, Mandy and Leah? How are you doing? Okay, glad you're doing well. If anybody else wants to come up, please feel free. I'm always welcome to have someone to chat with. Besides me just yammering on here. Got a lot of cool finds recently. Most of them not by me. I'm not sure if Ron is still in the room or not, because I was going to show him one of the things that I have that I never got a chance to show him. There's these 2 items here. Both of my blanket pins. But let's see who. Well, I was talking about more on a personal level, Mandy, but that's about, pretty cool. I mean, I'm glad you're okay though. Now, I'm sorry you're tired, but I can understand that. It's let's see. It's about 11 o'clock or so a.m. your time, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think I might be in the ballpark. It happens. Sorry, folks, just checking some stuff. I keep on losing subscribers, even though I gain subscribers. I'm not sure exactly how that works. That's cool. Oh, I was close. I was off by about a half an hour. Well, if you need somebody to talk to, then you can't get a hold of JV. You're always welcome to call, hang out with us on here. And we can talk about anything. Literally anything. Except crocheting, I don't know anything about that. You're going to have to talk to her or Cecilia, because that's out of my area of expertise. But I know backpacking. I know flint and steel stuff. Basic fishing. Because I don't consider myself a fisherman. I'm a person who can throw a hook in the water and hope to catch something. But that's pretty much all I got. Welcome back, Evan. Now, Evan, I want to talk to you. If you can make it up on Thursday, I want to talk to you about, with you and Rob, hopefully, and maybe Travis. We could talk about getting together a really comprehensive little emergency / backpacking kit that would be good for most situations. I can't say every situation, but most situations. So I'm not a fisherman in the traditional sense. Like I said, I can put a worm on a hook and throw it out and catch something, but it won't be something because I choose to, just what happens. You're most welcome. Now, on that note, Cecilia, I think the fishing pole setup you might have been Chinese. So I don't know exactly what type you were looking for. I did find something for you that might work for you on the wine cork situation, but I don't know if you want to purchase them or try to get them, because there's some here for $18.95 for I'm not sure how many, pack of 50 wine corks on Canadian Amazon, which I am a member of. Just to let you know, I joined that one just because of you guys. If you're available, Evan, if you can't make it, just let us know. We'll cool. Now, Mandy, if you're free, come on up. You're more than welcome to join me up here. Let me choose this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, Evan, it's not that difficult, and you get better when you start. Just talk to people like you would like you're talking to me up here. That's all you do. I'm used to talking to people from my working events at Renaissance fairs and stuff, because you got to talk to the customers, and the only way you're going to do that is to actually talk to customers. So you just talk to people. No, see, but they're brand new, and you can get them in your local area for less than $20. And one kitty break. Hey, people are over here. Hey, Mac. Who's that? Oh, we're good. Okay, he's down. It's okay, Evan. You can only, you can chime in like you normally do. That's perfectly fine. And yeah, Cecilia, you never mentioned, you mentioned 20. Well, at least you have some in case something happens. But these are brand new. They're sanitary and all this other stuff. And right now, I got free shipping, even on both Canadian and. Okay, Mac. I guess my foot is a pillow to you now. He's sleeping on my toe. It's going out. It has to go out tomorrow. I got because things came up on Saturday that didn't go well, but we have everything together, I believe. Love, is everything in the box that needs to go in the box for Cecilia?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay. Because she's right here. She's asking about the package.
Off your next paycheck, right?
Huh?
We're sending it off on your next paycheck.
I'll see what I can do. But it's got.
I'm not going to have enough to do it.
Okay. We due to unforeseen circumstances, things are getting postponed. But we're going to work on it. Because we can add. We have more stuff we're going to add to it.
What's it going to cost us?
And we found out the minimum cost for mailing it out is more than we were expecting. But we should have thought about that.
It's going to another country.
Because it's going to another country. Thank you, love. I'll be right back, hon. I need to use the restroom. Say hi to her. Your host. Well, I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just crocheting a blanket.
You can't see the chat from there, hon.
Yeah. Okay. I'm coming. Hi. I'm just crocheting. How are you guys? Hi, Cecilia. I got all the yarn that I plan on sending you in the box. Just got to get it to you now. Damn. It's gone horse shaped. It's gone horseshoe shaped. I'm hoping it'll work out in the end. Or I'm just going to have to, when I run out of yarn, I got 2 more skeins. I can start at the other end. Okay, what the heck did I do here? See? So I'm doing a double knit stitch. And then yarn over. Go to the next one. Hey, it's my first attempt at a blanket. Now, I'm trying to make a blanket. So far, it's gone horse-shaped. But, I think, like I said, on the next skein, I'm going to start on this end, the straight end, and start adding on that way. Colin's back, so I'll let you guys get back to it. Talk to you later.
What you doing?
That's that telling him.
Love.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Love you. That's my lovely bride. She's totally awesome, as you guys already know. How big are you going to make it?
I have no idea.
No clue.
Days worth.
3 skeins worth, she says. Skeins, whatever. I'm reading it the way I see it.
Possibly more.
Possibly more.
Depending on how long I want to make it.
She says your tension might be off.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'll fix it. It'll be all right.
Here comes Cecilia. Hey, Cecilia.
Hi, Cecilia.
Hi there. It's much easier to say it rather than type it. It
Definitely.
looks like Jenny started with a very loose stitch, and then as she went along, her stitches have gotten tighter. That's why it's going into a semicircle.
Oh, okay. So if I add on to the other side, will that straighten it out?
Not really, because you're going to have then the centerpiece is going to be bumpy.
So I guess I got to start over.
I hate to say it, but to get it a totally flat one, yes.
Nerds. Okay.
Unless you want to convert that maybe into a scarf. And that way it doesn't matter that it's gone round.
Nah, I really want a blanket.
Oh, you just tell them the scarf you got. Jenny got like a 6-foot+ scarf.
Oh, it's an infinity scarf.
No, the other one.
Oh, the one that looks like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a Doctor Who scarf.
Well, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Jenny, I'm self-taught. I've always just done it myself. I just look at something and I crochet it. But I basically just do the basic stitch or the double stitch. I've been watching Creative Grandma here on YouTube. And there is a pattern. I think I sent you the link of it, which is for a scarf. And what I've done is I've adapted it, and I've made shawls out of it. And right now I'm making, it's not a shawl, but it's not a throw, but it's in a square fashion, and you can wrap it around yourself.
It's a wrap.
Like a shawl. Yeah, it's a wrap. But I'm using the pattern, which looks like it has little hearts all the way up.
I'm ready for weaker stuff.
I think I sent you the link on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. I went and grabbed her scarf that she picked up. It's just a little one.
It's not 12 foot.
Oh, it might be. Okay.
Oh, that is cute.
Still going.
Well, those are the kind that you kind of wrap around your head and then wrap around the front and the back and then wrap it around your waist.
Yeah. Like she calls it the Doctor Who scarf because the original Tom Baker Doctor Who had a scarf like this big.
Yeah. Told the prop lady to make him a scarf and she kept going.
Well, they gave her the box of materials, said, make something. She used the entire box.
Well, the only thing is those big scarves are cumbersome. And you can easily trip over it if you don't have it properly wrapped around yourself. I like to make it my scarves where it will cover the chest, or I'll go one over where I'll wrap around the neck and then cover the chest. Anything over that, it's a tripping hazard. Well, for me, it is.
I'm not exactly nimble on my feet either, so probably
Sort of like
not.
this.
Yeah, you could do that, but what you do is you put it at the top of your head.
I got it like right now. It's got down to my waist.
Yeah, that's big. But if you don't have a hat, those are the kinds where you wrap it around your head, put it on your head. Yeah. Now fold it around your neck.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think it's really long.
Yeah. No, fold it around, but bring the front the pieces back to the front.
Okay, I think I got it off kilter because I have to have them even. This thing is freakingly long.
Yeah.
But she says it's not 12 feet. I think it's 12 feet.
Yeah, those are for those that don't want to wear a hat, where you can wrap it around your head and then wrap it around. Yeah, and bring the pieces up to the front. Cross them in the back
I'm trying to.
so that you have a good wind protection around your back.
There we go.
And bring it up to the front. And then what you do is you flatten out the two at the front and you make it sort of like a chest guard.
Okay, so it's kind of crossover like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you all bundled up.
Those are what you could do with those big scarves. But I don't like to make a thing that big. The longest I ever make them now is up to the waist. Normally it's just enough that you it depends on who you're making it for. There
Right.
are some that I make that you could wear under a jacket, and under the jacket you don't want anything too bulky.
Right.
So you just want enough to cover your back and then cross over nicely at the front. But again, it's all in preference.
Right. Penny actually has the pattern for making the true Doctor Who scarf. So I sent it to her multiple times. But she's a Doctor Who fan. But this one is actually bigger than I thought it was.
Evan, sorry, I didn't have showing my chat. Making a beanie is actually quite easy. I made sort of a beanie style for Grace and sent out Grace a beanie with a gator.
Okay. This is the stocking cap I usually wear is this one. This is what I call a stocking cap.
Yeah, it well, some people also call those kind of beanies, and I made one of those types for but not as much on the top. I made for Grace with a gator.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Some people call them watch caps, depending on what type they are. It's another name for them. But I've seen them in the military called that anyway.
Yeah. No, Grace sent me down a backpack with some items in it for to start off my bushcraft bag. And
Okay.
I said, as a thank you.
We're getting your box together. We keep on adding more stuff to your box, just to let you know. So we figured if it's the base cost that we're going to cost us to send it up there, we might as well make it worth our while to make you get some really decent items. So
I've already got your hat done.
you're breaking up, Cecilia. You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. I've already made your hat. It's different style. It's
I need help.
along the lines of what I made for Heath, except Heath,
My
I made
hearing's
it
not
thicker
working.
around
Let me do
the
this.
ears. For yours, I made it thicker all the way up since you go
Okay.
tandem.
Cecilia, I'm sorry. I was unable to catch any of that. It broke up badly. Please forgive me. I mean, my hearing's bad enough, and Jenny couldn't understand you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I just refreshed it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know. I said the hat that I made for Heath, it was thicker at the bottom and lighter on top.
Okay.
For yours, you said you wanted it in black.
Mm-hmm.
So yours is all the way up and it's thicker. So
Good. I could use it for
because
hunting.
your weather is colder than Heath's, so I made yours as a double layer. The one that I made for Grace, because her weather is not as cold, hers
Yeah.
was a single layer. Yours
This
is
one here is a double. This one here is a double. And it's a Carhartt brand. I'm not sure if you know about the Carhartt brand.
Yeah. Well,
they're very good hats.
Yours is even thicker than that one. I made it with the baby blanket wool. So it's like super, super thick.
Okay, cool.
It's
or
not
warm, hopefully.
Yeah. No.
Oh, they call it beanie a toboggan around in the Hoosier country where she's from in Indiana. So,
Evan, if you want a beanie made, I won't charge you for it. All you have to do is send me the yarn that you want used. And if you pay for the shipping, I'll make you a beanie, a gaiter, whatever you like. I'm not charging anybody. I sold them here before, but I decided Christmas is coming up. I will make whatever. You just need to ship me out the yarn and pay for the shipping, and my cost is free.
yeah, we're going to be paying for the shipping all at once. Jenny says we're going to have to wait to my next paycheck, which I have a much bigger paycheck. So I got 6 straight days of overtime. So, yeah, it's going to be
Hey, I understand. I've got some stuff that I made for GVA too, and I don't get paid until the end of the month.
Right.
Because, like I said, with having to stop work, it's like there's not enough money to stretch out. So,
right.
It's got to be, on the days that I get paid. Because I've actually made JV some slippers.
Like you're going to make
Unfortunately,
for me. Okay, I got to figure out no. Okay, please tell Jenny works at a shoe store, so please explain it to me and her what you need.
okay, because your foot size is bigger than any pattern that I've been able to find online.
It's true.
Okay, the way to get it to fit you is I would take a measuring tape from the tip of your toe, okay, to your ankle. Okay, it would be one measurement. Okay, from the tip of your toe to the beginning of your ankle.
Okay,
is another measurement. Because I need to know what size I need for the opening so that your foot fits in. Then the next size I would need is the widest part of your foot from side to side. I would need the sizing of that.
Yeah.
And then the total round, the highest part of your foot, which be where your foot and your ankle usually meet. I would need the whole measurement around there.
Okay. I'm going to have to pick up a cloth measuring tape because I don't have one. All I got is the one I use for my bowstrings.
Dollar store.
Yeah.
Or Dollar Tree or whatever you call it down in the States.
Because actually, we have both.
Do you? Because
they're separate. They're separate things. One's called Dollar Tree. One's called a dollar store. And then there's the Dollar General, which is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. See, because most of the patterns that I've looked at, they're for standard size feet. Okay.
Yeah, my feet aren't standard.
Yeah. Neither are mine because I have a wide foot. So when I make it, I always have to adjust it.
Right.
According to my foot. And because yours is the extra wide foot.
Extra wide.
Yeah. It would be better if I had those sizings and then I can go online and then adjust to to that size. The
Okay.
same ways I made a pair for JV according to a site that I went to, and it just doesn't look proper to me. It looks, I've made slippers before and I have them on my Facebook page using that pattern, but for the average size. But because he has such a long foot, it looks kind of funny. So I asked JV for the same measurements. That way I can make it tailored to the foot.
Okay, I can do part of the measurements from Jenny's workplace. She can get the width from side to side at the widest part, as well as the length.
Okay, so
The diameter part we're going to have to do separately.
are you wanting U.S. sizes or European?
Good question.
You could do it in the US sizes, it doesn't matter. I can convert it. Like I said, I've done one pattern in the ones that I posted. I've been experimenting with another pattern which looks more like a foot slipper rather than the one that I made for JV that looks like more of a slipper boot.
Okay.
Slipper boots. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they call them. Up here, they're called like Crocs.
Okay, they have Crocs here, but I'm not sure if this is the same
No,
thing.
these are not like the Crocs that I saw you wear and you showed it once.
I wear sandals.
Yeah. These
are my
yeah.
sandals.
Yeah. They're like Croc. They're like a boot type slipper.
Those are pretty cool.
And that's a pattern that I initially did for JV. But
how'd they turn out?
It just doesn't look right. Like I've got it made. I can send it to him as is. I just don't think it looks nice. So
Right.
I don't want to send something that just doesn't.
You're
look
not happy
nice.
with it, in other words.
No. And I took it apart 3 times. And I just don't like the look of it. Now, there is some stretch. There is some give. Again, a lot of the sites that I went to, it's standard sizes. And when someone has a bigger foot, it's adjusting for it.
My foot isn't over long. It's only 10 inch, size 10. It is size 10, or is it 10 and a half on?
Size 10.
Size 10. But the width is like 6 times the average.
It's a 6E, which translates into a 4E.
A 4E.
Yeah.
Or 6E, depending on what the case is. She
New
knows.
Balance, he's a 10-6E.
Yeah. That's the preferred boots I usually get is New Balance, but can't get those right now.
Nope.
And I'm stuck with the ones I got now. Okay. Cecilia, I hate to tell you this, but my headache is getting worse.
No problem.
And I think I might need to cut it out right now, guys. I am having trouble concentrating.
No problem. Take a couple more ibuprofens, cover your eyes, make it totally dark, and get some sleep.
This thing works great for that, by the way. Sit back, put my feet up. I took 4 ibuprofen earlier. I don't want to take any more. So thank you for coming up, Cecilia, and talking to me about this. I really appreciate it. We'll get you those measurements as soon as we are able to. And we're going to get that stuff mailed out on my next paycheck.
Yep.
Okay. So just to let you know, it's going to cost us about $80 US to get everything shipped. Doesn't matter what size of box it is, it's going to cost the same. So we figured if we're going to cost us that much, we might as well make it worth our while.
Did you tell her about my idea with the cookies?
No.
So I was going to make 2 10s.
Oh, in case they inspect the package as we're sending it to you, she was going to make 2 packages of cookies. One for you and whoever inspects the package.
No cookies.
No cookies.
That will hold it up automatically.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No food products, right?
No food.
No food products whatsoever. Yarn, fine. Just put it as yarn. Put it as gift. Any food products will automatically hold it.
Well, I also have that other item that I picked up for you. Those other items I picked up for you, they're going to be in the box.
Yeah, those are fine. Any food items automatically will be called up for inspection.
Right.
That used to be my former life.
Okay.
Is dealing with customs and what can and cannot be brought into the country.
Okay. Well, she was willing to make 2 separate sets of cookies, one for you, one for them, to see if they let things through.
No, you can't bribe Canada Customs.
Oh, grease the wheels doesn't mean it's bribe. It's just a gift.
That's exactly what grease the wheels means.
But also, it's a gift.
It
doesn't.
It wouldn't work. But with that being said and done, let's get you off to bed so you can get rid of your migraine. Good night, everyone. Take care and stay safe.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it for everybody who come up. Love you all. I will see you guys Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, Iowa time. And I think we're going to be talking a little bit about fishing gear and backpacking stuff that goes along with it that it can be used, such as my mini cast. But my headache is getting worse, so I will see everybody Thursday. Love you all. Thank you for coming. Good night.